ninja assassins, are you?
Sit down. Animal.
Hammerman, Federal Reserve, if that's your...
So you see, Mr. Simon, AJ, Brian and I are divorced, but I don't want anything bad to happen. What I mean is, I know he doesn't exactly jump for the phone when I call him these days, but I've left a dozen messages on his answering service. Nothing. It's just like him to put me through this. He told me never to check up on him, but I'm so afraid. Oh, please, AJ, help me.
Better.
May I? Now again, please.
I'm not exactly sure about Brian's work. Something to do with importing. He's always dealing with foreigners. You know, the kind of people you wouldn't trust. And now there's a car, the same car parked in front of my house for a week with the same men in it watching me. Please, Mr. Simon.
AJ.
AJ. I know he told me never to check up on him like this, but, I'm afraid. I mean, we were married 11 years. That's a hell of a way to avoid paying alimony.
Most of them are. I'm just saying we've been down this road before, Eve. We, sort of know the way by heart.
Then you'll take the case? You go to Los Angeles, try to find him?
We won't just try, we will find him. Import-Export dealing is dealing drugs. Nobody's that up front. Maybe he's just a plain old, everyday... Good morning.
Good morning.
Claude Frey, how you doing?
Fine.
Is he in?
Is who in?
Mr. Harms.
No.
Oh, well, you gonna be expecting him soon? Because I know he's gonna want to take a look at this new line of forms and budgets.
Well, I don't expect him.
Not at all?
You could try back in about a month.
You're pulling my leg. Hey, look. We do more business with with independent consultants in Hollywood than any other company west of the Rockies.
Well, this is Los Angeles. Hollywood is a little further up the freeway.
Your phone is ringing. Well, maybe that's him. Yeah, but that could be for you.
We have a service.
Oh.
Look, why don't you just leave me a card and I'll let him know you came by, huh?
Tell you what, we can do something even better than that. Why don't you give me one of your brochures, some promotional material, so that I know exactly what kind of training it is that you do.
Well, we don't have any.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe you could fill me in. Nice meeting you.
Okay, Taylor, I'm coming. Take it easy. Hollywood.
AJ, do me a favor. Remind me this is not what I want to do when I grow up. Dumpster diving, as far as I'm concerned. What floor are we on? Suite 702. Well, right floor, but we're way down the hall. You gotta dig deeper. What? What have you got? Inner office memo job if you didn't go to bed with me. And I'm sorry you misinterpreted the nudity at the Christmas party. I would greatly appreciate your staying late this evening to go over these charges in detail. Love, Herb. Love, Herb. The blind pig finds the acorn. You got over here. Let's dig down in this corner. I got a dog-eared copy of a Gothic romance and an empty lipstick tube. What do you got? Vaguely psychotic doodle. Must be Shannon's. Love to give her a Rorschach test. Well, somebody likes her style. She's getting $1,000 a week to do her nails. Payroll stuff. Maybe it's time to dust off Art Hammerman. Shh. Medical problem. But our actuarial computer considers you a poor risk. Quite frankly, we've had bad luck trying to get our money back from used home dialysis units. Oh, excuse me. L.A. State, Kelly speaking. No, Mr. Waxman's at lunch. This is Ron. Again, I need you to verify one of your accounts for me. Number is 0243-647-89.
222. It's Harms Traders Limited.
If it's less than 6 figures, they're good for it. Clear it.
Well, no, wait a minute. I'll tell you what, maybe I better wait until Waxman gets back.
Kramer, I'm giving you authorization to clear the check. Harms Traders is one of our largest accounts.
Well, I didn't ask you to clear the check. I would... To hell with it. Look, forget it. I was just trying to save you a little grief, that's all.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I am talking about the hammer, and you can play with him all by yourself.
What?
Art Hammerman from the Fed. He's had us through the ringer all morning, and now it's your turn. But hey, look, don't worry about it. Maybe by the time he gets to you, Waxman will be back.
Kramer. Hello?
Hammerman, Federal Reserve. If that's your wife, you can tell her you'll be late for dinner and quite possibly breakfast.
Sir, I'm only an assistant manager. Mr. Waxman stepped out for some lunch.
You'll do just fine. You are aware that when a federal examiner puts his case on your desk, all the contents thereof become the property of the U.S. government? That includes this. I will want a computer readout on the account information card and all records pertaining to the Harms Traders Limited account for the last 6 months. Now, while this Hummer's warming up, I think you ought to reconsider this lady's loan application. I would hate to think that you were refusing her on the basis of her age. It'd be discrimination, wouldn't it? Very good.
Okay. So Harms Limited does business with the U.S. government. We've got Federal Prairie Management Board, the U.S. Bureau of Eskimo Affairs, and get this one, Office of Railroad Rights of Way. Now, I mean, I know the guys in Washington are working hard to increase the national debt.
Doing a heck of a job.
But I never even heard of most of these places. They don't even sound real.
And here's something that requires a fistful of dollars. And who always needs that?
Us?
Well, besides the two of us.
Guys in trench coats?
Yep. Now, take a look at these withdrawals. 3 months ago, there was $1 million in cash. Now it's gone. Nothing. Bye-bye.
So is Harms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we better get ourselves together and start calling all these agencies.
Forget it. Each one of those outfits got 50,000 employees. Every morning they pledge allegiance to red tape. We could be put on hold or we die of old age. Besides, if he's a spy, it's all just a smokescreen anyway.
I don't see anything dazzling coming off of your launch pad.
No. We have liftoff. A series of rent checks for Brian Harms' apartment.
Hello. Boy.
What's the matter with that one, AJ? Expired?
Really should see if there's any money in heckling. Put you in a new tax bracket.
Hey, I'm not heavy. I'm your brother. You know, if this guy Harms is so weird, he could be booby-trapped. I once saw a guy in Saigon get his hand blown off with a pair of dice. Of course, you can rig anything. I mean, you can rig beer cans, Belt buckles, telephones. Doors are the easiest.
No thanks to the peanut gallery.
Anytime. For this guy, report to the Congressional Oversight Committee on Far East Deployment, Journal of Strategic Studies. This month's issue, by the way. There's one written in Chinese.
Private investigator, San Diego. What are you doing here?
Wondering the same thing myself.
We're looking for Brian Harms. His wife is worried about him.
San Diego?
Yeah?
Describe the woman who hired you.
5'3", 5'4", blonde hair, blue eyes, very attractive.
Taller than that, 5'4", 5'5".
Freeze! Freeze! Hey! Hey, I said hey! Talking to you! Freeze!
How do you say freeze in Chinese?
As long as you're in L.A., why don't we get together and talk?
No, I'm staying with friends, and I don't want them to know anything about it. I couldn't find you to tell you, but Brian called me tonight. He says he's in danger, but he wouldn't tell me why.
Believe him. AJ and I think it's time you brought the police in on this.
I can't. I promised that I wouldn't. Please, you don't have to do anything more that's risky. If you could just give me a start. Please, anything to help me find Brian. He needs help.
I'll agree with you there.
Eve, we're going back down to San Diego tonight. There is one more thing I want to look into. I'll let you know if it goes anywhere. But no promises.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I'll be waiting. Well, I hope that does it. I don't plan on making a career out of this.
Of course. Don't worry. You've played your final scene in our little drama. And quite brilliantly, too.
Telling you, AJ, we ought to drop this one right now. Professionals should not let a man turn himself into a small, furry animal right in front of their eyes.
Gerbil.
Whatever, he disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah. Not the way you mean.
What other way is there?
You saw how he disarmed us? I mean, it was effortless.
Yeah, quick, too. I didn't even see him coming.
He used karate, judo, aikido, a move I've never even seen before, and I thought I'd studied everything. I'm not at his level, obviously, but very few people in the world get to be that good. The only one I know is back in San Diego.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just had this weird feeling like someone was watching us or listening to us or something.
Have to be in a helicopter. We're about 20 floors up.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. AJ's big state. You gonna know one guy in Los Angeles.
Because to those guys, it's sort of a small community. I mean, there's not that many real masters around. Especially not round-eyed ones.
Well, if it's like a fraternity, even if he knows, what makes you think Kubota's gonna tell you?
Because he owes me one, that's why. The last time we sparred, broke my hand on his nose. He said he'd be here around 10 o'clock.
Us.
Kubota-san, nice to see you.
Osoi na imaguro. Us.
Where'd he go?
Not far.
Where?
Okori no nekura.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Ah. Sensei, this what ninja use? Uh-huh.
Yeah, Carlos, go ahead. Okay. Got it. Sure, you can use the house, no problem.
What?
Well, as long as it takes us to figure this thing out.
No.
Okay. Adios. She doesn't live in San Diego. She rented one of those little weekly studio apartments 2 days before she came to see us. Cleared out the day after. She left one of those little automatic telephone things, you know, that forward your calls. That's how we were able to reach her last night in L.A. Carlos got us the address. And I figure besides our fee, she owes us an explanation.
So do I. Yeah, you want to be careful. Rick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to be careful with that stuff. It's called Hokure no Makura.
Say what?
Well, means sort of like dust of the blind. It's a hypnotic powder. It stuns you when you inhale it. The ninja use it. They make it out of herbs, who knows what all.
Brian Harms knows what all. I think we met his druggist last night. You're not saying he's one of those ninja assassins, are you?
She doesn't have any Chinese houseboys.
We'll soon know how she likes surprise parties. That's what our client does for a living, AJ.
What?
She's an actress. A bit younger than the last time we saw her. It's a great makeup job. She was good. I guess technically this means we're off the case.
You call the police.
If Mr. Harms doesn't think we killed his ex-wife.
I don't.
Before you start kicking, you just listen.
All right. You put the guns away, and I'll listen.
She's not your ex-wife, is she?
No, fortunately. My Eve is in New York visiting friends. What'd this one tell you?
You wouldn't return her messages. You were involved with dangerous people, which is certainly not stretching the truth.
You stupid morons. You led them right to me.
No, not us, no. Now, we took cabs, we took 3 rented cars, we changed all of our patterns, we changed our clothes twice. No. I mean, we do this all the time. We are professionals. We know what we're doing.
Almost.
Almost what?
Changed almost. Welcome to the big sound of station RICK, broadcasting to you from high atop Rick's Head.
Terrific. I remember when she came to the house, she was pacing back and forth, going through all of our stuff. We made it real easy on her.
Look, it doesn't have to be easy.
Just say when. You know, you're awfully calm about all this. I mean, shouldn't we grab the first badge we see and start yelling bloody murder?
Well, the locals are good, but on something like this, the cops would look like toddlers in a sandbox. Better for the big kids to handle it.
These big kids you're talking about, they dress up in cloaks and play with daggers. Able to topple small governments in a single bound. I've seen guys like you toss the BC out of helicopters. You're with the company. You're a spook.
Not anymore. I'm semi-retired.
Yeah.
Semi-retired? You put $450,000 into your bank account last month and you call that retired? You must have one hell of a pension plan.
Not my money, not all of it. That office is a clearinghouse. Whole Southwest is run out of there.
You run the Southwest?
No, not me, Shannon. I told you I'm semi-retired. Just shake my hand like you're saying goodbye. Now I'm going to go down here. At least to an alley. They'll follow me, but they can't take the car more than 50 yards. There's another entrance from Sunset. It'll take you exactly 30 seconds to get around there. We'll catch him between us. Well, at least...
So much for semi-retirement. Look, we were there when he was killed, and we already gave a statement to the cops.
I know, but now he's scheduled for a post-mortem. We like to get a second ID before we cut, you know.
It's the man that we saw get shot. We can't swear it's Brian Harms.
Uh-huh. Would you sign this, please?
Oh, yeah. What the? AJ, you okay?
Could we have a moment alone, please, just to say our final goodbyes? It's a very private thing.
Of course. I understand.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right. But no, wait a minute, because I felt well, I didn't feel it because you didn't have it. How do you do that?
Anyone can control their pulse rate. It just takes years of practice. Whoa! Must have got me with a soft nose shot in my shoulder.
Well, I tell you what, you might as well just lie back down there if you don't see a doctor.
That's where you're taking me.
That's where I'm taking you.
Here, put this on. Another one of those bodies and get it over.
Put
here.
this on another one of the...
Me?
The only way I'm going to stay alive is if I stay dead a little while longer.
Makes sense to me.
Come on, you guys.
All right,
I want to make this my permanent residence.
Well, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on, Town. You're a make-a-call kind of guy.
All we want you to do is make a call. Just start extradition proceedings on Arnold Papadopoulos.
Who is a missing dead man, right?
No, not exactly. He's in the morgue right now. He's wearing somebody else's ID tag. We borrowed his.
Well, put it back.
Come on, Town. You just told me you caught the monkey house flasher.
You've had a good day. Now share the wealth, will you?
Yeah, well, look, I'll tell you right...
Hey, stop that! Stop that! Stop!
Sit down. Animal.
Really missing.
Town, trust me, this one is important.
Oh, okay. But look, I want you to understand one thing. I have my hands full of important things to do around here. Plenty of important things. Put this on your ugly face.
Well, you're covered. For about 6 hours, anyway.
Okay.
Well, you tie a nice bandage.
Yeah, well, I've had plenty of practice. Look, do you want me to get you anything? That local's gonna wear off.
No, fine. What time is it?
4:21.
419.
Okay, Shannon, Twix DC. Murphy will still be there. What do we got, Rick?
Left thumb.
Great. Oh, I hope to God they think I'm dead. Or maybe they'll slow down long enough to find out who they are and what they're after.
We will attack the reviewing stand at this intersection, which gives us 4 escape routes. The People's Republic delegation will be here. Hong Kong reports that your fingerprints are making the rounds of several U.S. agencies. I realize we all saw Mr. Harms die in front of our eyes. But as we all know, these human perceptions are so easily deluded. Execute our contingency immediately. Go.
I'm telling you, Brian, the smartest thing you ever did was retire. Now I can't fire you. How in the hell did they find you? Your cover was perfect.
Oh, come on, Murphy. No cover is perfect. They forget how they found me. Where do we go from here?
We got a preliminary ID on that print. Belongs to Shen Fen Lee. Stolen car involved in a minor traffic accident. Agent Des figure he's there for a hit.
Who said?
Only as a last resort. Only if he misses you.
Keep his son out of L.A., then.
You know this trip is a showpiece for the president and the State Department.
Oh, come on, Murphy. Ground his damn plane in Kansas City and divert it to Alberta. You know the routine.
Sorry, Brian. No can do. You'll have to handle it. And you know Zen.
Murphy, I had a hole in my shoulder. And if you're not going to stop Zen from coming to L.A., at least send some extra people in here. I can still give them backup.
Zen is skittish as a coat. He'll smell trouble if we bring in more manpower. You'll have to reassure him, Brian, or he's going home. We got him this far, let's not blow it. I'll bring him in, and you stroke him.
Murphy. Oh, God, this is all I need. Shannon, could I have a Kleenex, please?
Was this guy crazy or something? You're wing, you'd hardly move.
Who is Zen?
Oh, well, just shh. Shh.
你好吗，我的朋友 Harms?
How about Dang Ni? Bye, Fang.
再见。
I am drafting you too. You talk to anyone who knows Red China, and they'll tell you that Hussein is next in line for the party chairman. I agree. Hussein is a friend of mine, more or less. We worked together when I was in the field.
I'm confused. I mean, who is this guy Tao after? You or Zen?
Oh, both, really. Zen only agreed to visit the U.S. after I offered to come out of retirement and supervise his covert security. And you heard Murphy. Zen would pack his bags in a minute if he thought I was neutralized.
What do you call having the Holland Tunnel in your shoulder?
Down but not out. Come on. What choice do I have? Or do we have? You heard Washington. They are not going to do it while he gets a clean shot. And if you two don't stop Tao for me, we're going to have a lot of dead people all over that street.
Excuse me. I'm Eve Brandt. I just returned from New York and there was a message waiting for me in San Diego. The police told me Mr. Harms was here. Deceased. But now I guess there's some confusion.
No, Miss Brandt. No confusion. If you come with me, please.
Amazing how far you can get with one fingerprint. Mr. Tao, all right. You owe a certain lieutenant detective in San Diego a bottle of tequila. He likes it in a gallon jug.
All right.
Now, I'm not sure this is any help, but the guy ran away from an accident, right? Minor fender bender. Now, that's not unusual if he stole the car. Owner claims he didn't know the car was stolen until after the accident, but again, that's not unusual. It's only gone for a few hours.
So where does that lead us?
Well, good question. But, you know, maybe the owner lied. Maybe he's tied up with Tao somehow, and here's Rick with a vehicle check.
The guy who reported the stolen car? Guess what else he's got in his garage? 72 Volkswagen convertible. And a van leased to the Hang Chow Meatpacking Company. I think we'll get it.
Go.
You like the dust, huh?
Fall asleep, free.
Brian, I can't.
Tell me something. Why don't your teeth chatter?
I speed up my pulse rate, restricting the blood flow out of my chest. An easy way I could show you how to do that.
The way you chose after 2 more hours. This ice cube sleep.
Well, they have to wait until they think we're too weak to move.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am almost there. Look, I gotta do something to stay warm. Might as well be foolhardy. Rick, give me a lighter.
It's only gonna make you think you're warm.
Not for me, idiot, for this time.
Just move your feet. Come on. Easy. That's it. Come on. Move your feet. Move your feet. That's it. Move your body. That's it. That's it. Come on. That's good. That's it. Come on. That's it. There you go.
It's about time you showed up. This poor woman is freezing to death in here. What are you trying to do, kill us or something? It's cold in here. Am I getting through to you?
Ding ling, wong say zang. Nim min song gay. Huang shang.
Rick,
Yeah.
what's the 3 men to move to the far wall?
Just say so. It's okay, dear. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go down here to the far wall, okay?
Quiet.
Susie, Gee, fast. I know where they're gonna make the hit.
No.
5 minutes to the hit, too.
And it's 12 o'clock.
Okay, I'll take the outriders.
All right. Do you remember Sergeant York?
Let go of him now.
Right.
Police, hold it.
Hi, guys.
I said hold it.
Oh, how are you guys? That's all right.
He's down in Chinatown.
Look, fellas, I'm sorry. Right. Get off of me.
Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've been filled in on your involvement, and I wanted to thank you in person. You'll be receiving a check from the Federal Registry of Bridges and Canals. It's a token of our gratitude.
Mr. Murphy, what about Harms?
Who? I think we all understand the situation. We've started the wheels turning. And I think there's a good chance that everything will be shipshape in about a week. In the meantime, let me know if there's anything I can get you. Reading material, candy, tobacco. Don't hesitate.
Hey, now, wait a minute. You're not gonna do anything about getting us out of here right now?
You know the bureaucracy. I'm afraid you're victims of a couple of miles of red tape. But such is life.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Murphy. Come back, Murphy. Where you go? Hey. Wait. Hey.